What's going on, all you badass apes? My name is Tyler and welcome back to the channel for another very important AMC update video. So obviously we're going to be going over Nscc 2021-010, give you guys the explanation of exactly what this is and why I don't think it matters that much. This may be a popular opinion. A lot of you guys might agree with this, like I do think. Some of you guys may disagree with this, but hear me out. As well as we are going to go over the hedge funds and institutions that are loading up on AMC stock, just like they did before we seen the last gamma squeeze going from $12 up to almost $70 June 1st through June 3rd. So I think this is another telltale metric, I should say. You're gonna see a lot of hedge funds and institutions getting in with these trades on the backs of apes. So buying the stock, looking for the actual short squeeze before it does happen, just like we see both times around. So I think this is all very important information to go over. I'm gonna be giving you guys my opinions. I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial planner or your dad, so don't listen to anything that is said in any YouTube video, and always verify everything that is said. But if you like this video, you want more videos like this, make sure to hit that like button, as well as comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. But now let's get right into Nscc 2021-010. As you guys do know, this is 369 pages long, so a lot of this, most of this obviously, is just reiterated over and over and over again. But we're gonna go over what you guys need to know. I'm gonna break this down for you guys in the simplest terms as possible, because it's not such a simple thing like a lot of other rule changes we have seen, and then go over my explanation of obviously why this does not matter very much when it does come to the AMC short squeeze. So SFTs involve the owner of securities, typically a registered investment company, pension plan, sovereign wealth fund, or other institutional firm, transferring those securities temporarily to a broker, typically a hedge fund. SFTs are often facilitated and intermediated by broker-dealers and agent lenders, i.e. custodial banks or other institutions that lend out securities as agent on behalf of institutional firms. In return for the lent securities, the borrower transfers collateral at a net rate. Payment is typically transferred to either the lender or the borrower that reflects the liquidity of the lent securities, as well as interest on any cash collateral. Nscc understands that SFTs provide liquidity to markets and facilitates the ability of market participants to make delivery on short sales, and thereby avoid failures to deliver naked shorts in similar situations. On a typical business day, the Depository Trust Company, DTC, an Nscc affiliate processes deliver orders related to securities lending transactions on securities having a value of approximately 150 billion. So what this is essentially saying, it's just breaking down how the lending out process does work. If you are a firm, you can't just take on all these positions without having any collateral. So it's basically saying they want to hold on to this collateral, basically ensuring that you can't double spend on a lot of these short positions. You can't do any fraudulent activities. But the biggest thing to know is throughout all these rule changes that we have seen, nothing has happened. Nothing has happened for the AMC short squeeze. Literally, these are doing nothing for the overall cause. There is so many ways that brokers, hedge funds, market makers, whoever it is, can get around these filings. We've seen a lot of filings that were even more promising than this. This is really focusing on naked shorting and failure to delivers, which we know is happening anyways, regardless of the other rules and proposed rule changes that we have seen actually being implemented about this that haven't done anything for AMC, and we still see the same problem going on over and over again. Even proposed rule changes that were passed before AMC went on the failure to deliver list, the threshold securities list, but they still went on that list. Nothing has changed. They are not doing anything. This really doesn't mean anything, and I don't want you guys to get your expectations up like this does mean something, because honestly, the only thing that we need to pay attention to is the data and the social sentiment. Are apes selling? Are apes discouraged? What is the short interest doing? How many shares are currently sold short? Those are the most important metrics to keep in mind, as well as the options activity, guys. Yes, these can have a little bit of an implication to what could possibly happen, or stopping some of this fraudulent activity, but for the most part, it's not doing anything. And as we do know, the people with all the money, the hedge funds, institutions, they really have the say-so here. We're not the ones with all the money. They are, so they do have the say-so, like I just said. But I think eventually there will come a time and a place where these proposed rule changes will actually matter and do something for AMC, hopefully sooner rather than later. And in my personal opinion, I think these other proposed rule changes will only matter once the last one is approved that we covered on this channel, which is basically saying that instead of bi-weekly reporting on only short interest, they want to start doing daily reporting on short interest, as well as synthetic short positions and naked short positions. That is very important. That'll make it more open and honest and transparent. You'll even start to see hedge funds and institutions, as well as more people, pile into certain stocks that have more characteristics of actually going through short squeezes or seeing pops in price, meaning that these hedge funds and institutions are going to be less likely to actually take on these fraudulent, corruptive positions and using these manipulative factors to their advantage. So I think once the stock market is more open and honest and transparent, that is really where these filings will actually start to matter. But until then, I wouldn't get your guys' expectations up. This is really only preliminary and shouldn't have too much impact on AMC. Rather, more so, you should just pay attention to what we do know. Like I said, the social sentiment, the price action, the technical analysis, the short interest, everything else, even the failure to delivers that are published bi-weekly. That's really the most important things you guys should even pay attention to when it does come down to the AMC short squeeze trade. Now, let's get into the institutional owners and what they have been doing with AMC, because this is incredible, guys. Over even the past 2 days, July 27th and July 28th, you only seen one firm actually sell out, and you've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've seen 5 add new positions, as well as multiple just holding on to their positions. Now, holding on to your positions still implies that they are bullish on the stock. You wouldn't hold on to a position that you thought was going to go down in value. So that is seen as bullish. Obviously, if you were starting new positions, that is seen as bullish. If you were selling out, that is obviously bearish. And you only have one firm over the past 2 days that have reported via their 13F filings that they have sold out. But when you look back at the grand scope of things of what we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks, you see a lot of firms, way more, that are actually buying or holding AMC that are actually selling AMC. So the overall sentiment here is very bullish. You guys can see from July 1st, you're seeing much more firms holding and buying rather than selling. And this is exactly what we've seen. I'm going to go back before we actually did see this gamma squeeze effect. Like I said, June 1st through June 3rd, and you've seen tons of buying, virtually zero selling. The last sell before June 1st and June 3rd was May 18th with Glenmid Trust Co. NA, and they had sold out via their 13F filings. This was reflected. Other than that, take a look at all these buys we've seen right up until the actual gamma squeeze for large amounts of shares. We're talking millions and millions of shares. Here's 10.5 million. Here's 12.5 million. Like multiple million, 9.1 million shares. Literally, the list goes on and on. 4.5 million shares that were bought there. Tons of shares. So if we start to see this data becoming even more bullish, that is a great thing for the AMC short squeeze, as well as the one key factor. If apes are holding on to their positions, there is no way, in my personal opinion, we will not see a short squeeze. It is simply not possible. Supply and demand, if we hold virtually all of the supply at this point, well over 80% in my opinion, probably closer to 9%, then there is no way that we will not force the shorts to cover at the price that we dictate. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. I know I said this is a very unpopular or popular opinion. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think about my reasoning. Do you think these proposed rule changes have anything to do with the AMC short squeeze, if it is helping or not? Because from what I could tell, the SEC is asleep. Like, I see a lot of you guys comment that they are not doing anything and enforcing the rules as far as I can tell, but I am only one individual. Let me know if you have anything to add to this conversation. I pretty much respond to every single comment, so I love to hear from you guys. As well as when you guys are down there, make sure to like the video, as well as consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. Also, if you guys want to get totally free stock with a broker that does not route your order flows to companies like Citadel, they have zero payment for order flow, check out the link for public. No deposit necessary, no need to link a bank account or deposit a single dollar. Get up to $70 in your choice free stock. It is literally free money. Also, if you guys want to be notified every time a trade is bought or sold in AMC or at any other stock, whether it's a day trade, swing trade, or longer term investment with stock options and crypto, check out the link down below in the description. It is very inexpensive and we have been killing it over there. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.